The city schools are provisionally accredited. There's Hickman Mills, where the academic achievement continues to drop. I see a very clear need for a choice for parents in those districts, that they should not continue to have to send their children to a school that is not providing the education that their children need. And unfortunately, in some of the districts that are provisionally accredited, unaccredited, provisionally, back and forth, there's no opportunity for the students to get what they need. And unfortunately, generations of children are being lost in those kinds of settings. So legislatively, and that's something that would have to change legislatively, I believe that charter should be able to open in districts that are not serving the academic needs of their children.
And this isn't as much of a perspective as it is just a fact. Most of the states out west, you'll have charter schools throughout their states, serving rural communities, serving suburban communities. So while our foundations focus on these 38 metro areas, I happen to live in Colorado, where most of the charter school growth actually started in the rural areas and in the suburbs. So in my own community of Boulder, Colorado, where one would argue the public school system is quite strong, there are 8 public charter schools serving everything from adjudicated youth to just unique K through 12 programs that parents weren't finding made available to them in the community. So we have a very strong middle school called Summit Middle School in Boulder, which has received a Blue Ribbon Award from the federal government. We have a high school called Peak to Peak in Boulder County, which is a very rigorous, well, it's actually a K-12, but a very rigorous program that's been receiving awards. And what we're finding anecdotally it has done is it's caused the Boulder public school system to offer programs that it hasn't offered in the past. For instance, at Boulder High School, they're offering AP courses. So it may not be a direct result of the charter school effort there, but I think the district has, they've been the authorizer. So it's not as though they've tried to keep them out. They've actually approved these charters, and they see it as part of what they want to offer to the community.
Great, and I'm going to close with sort of an answer to one of these questions. One was, what's the master plan for the growth and development of charter schools here? And someone asked, what's the guarantee that the second round is going to be any better than the first round? And so what I want to say is this. As the director of the Missouri Charter Public School Association, which is relatively new and it's in this capacity, NACSA is here. We've got Dr. Sneed from New York bringing in best practices. We've got Walton Foundation engaged. Is there a master plan? We're putting that together to some extent. It's a chorus of people that are coming together, but there's resources in the state, and there's people thinking in different ways than they ever have before. With the mayor's office here as well, that I can assure you, having been experienced that review process that they've produced, it's pretty rigorous. I mean, that's not any kind of breeze program. Trust me. It's more rigorous than anything anybody else is doing in the state right now. I can assure you that from my experience. So there are things taking place, and this represents our panelists, who I want to thank for being here today. Represents the willingness of both the charter community and you as the community that actually runs the city and works in the cities in this area, to say what can we do, whether it's charter or whatever, to make this public school sector a better sector for students. And this is sort of representative of part of that step towards that right now. So I want to thank our panelists for being here and thank them for their great insights, and thank you all also for being here today. Thank you.